I don't know how to pronounce it.
Me either.
I'm going to go with KATHTHI.
Yeah.
Something like that.
2014, directed by and written by A.R. Murugadas, who did Holiday, and the movie was based on Tupaki.
Huh.
He also did Namhai Akira, which was garbage.
I hate that movie.
Yeah. So, the guy's career is a mixed bag. But this one was fun.
Yes.
This one was fun.
We enjoyed both movies this week.
Yeah. Yes, a nice little treat for us.
Yeah.
Because usually there's a stinky one and a not so stinky one.
And sometimes just two pieces of shit.
Yes. So this was a nice change of pace.
Oh, yeah.
But Ben missed it.
Yeah.
Ben would have loved both these movies.
He would
I
have.
think.
Yeah.
He would be, freaking out
Mhm.
throughout the entirety of pretty much both of them.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, how does this one start?
Jail.
Jail.
Central Jail.
We're watching
man.
a guy get chased,
Yeah.
Specifically VJ.
Mm-hmm.
Getting chased by a bunch of prison guards.
and it looks like he gets caught, and then they flash back 30 minutes.
And it turns out there was another prisoner
Who escaped.
murdered a guard and escaped. And they were like, alright, so there's this guy who's gotten out of here 18 times. We can probably talk to him and he can help us figure out where this guy is.
Yeah.
If anyone finds out about this, we're fucked. So, So, yeah, they ask him and he's like, hey, I can help if you, get me, a fan, whatever
Cell
the hell
phone.
else I ask
Yeah.
for. And they're like, no.
He's
Okay.
like, oh, well.
And then they're like, well, fuck, yeah, we
Yeah.
have to. God damn it.
So we see the chasing stuff before, but it's him leading them to chase this other guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, and there's the whole thing where
the
they...
blueprints,
Yeah, they show him the blueprints for the prison, and he, visualizes
everything
the whole thing.
in 3D, the
including
pipes
the-
underneath.
Yeah, including the tunnel that the dude escaped through.
And yeah, he figures it out pretty quick, and he's like, alright, so you guys go here, I'm gonna go do this, and we'll meet up, and we'll chase the guy.
Yeah. And so, yeah, they chase him. They chase him into, a small town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He climbs on a bus, I think,
Mm-hmm.
And the bus
starts
stops.
shooting back at them.
Yeah, so Vijay specifically tells the dude to shoot at his knee, which is sticking out.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude's a good shot, so he
Mhm.
hits him in the knee. So they all run over, and they're like, yeah, fuck this guy. No one finds out hey, where'd he go?
Yeah.
VJ's gone.
Yep. And, yeah, I think that's when the opening title shows up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then there's some dude hanging out at his house watching the news. We don't get subtitles for that, so we don't know what they were saying.
Yeah.
And then VJ just shows up there and opens the door and walks in, and the dude's like, what the fuck? Why are you out? He's like, I let myself out.
And why'd you come here? Did you come straight here? Yeah, I just got in a cab.
He gave him my address.
And and while they're talking, VJ's just walking around making these weird hand motions and things. And his friend's like, what, are you scanning? No, there's no money here. There's no money. And VJ's like, look, money.
Yeah. Yeah.
So...
Oh, yeah,
VJ needs to go to Bangkok.
Yeah,
And
so
get
he
the
needs...
fuck out of there.
Yeah, he needs a passport and a ticket and all that, and this dude's gonna pay for all of it.
Just to get him out of his hair, really.
So while they're at the airport...
Oh my god, I love when VJ's like, it's cool, when I get there, I won't forget about you. And his friend's like, yes, forget about me and never come back here, god damn it.
Ugh.
So, whatever, they get the passport and everything, and they're at the airport,
And he sees a girl.
who asks to borrow the pen that he's writing with, but he is so completely infatuated with her, he doesn't register any of that. So, she walks away with the pen, and he's like, oh, what just happened? His friend's like, she borrowed the pen.
Yeah. So he starts like creeping on her a little bit.
Uh-huh.
By the
Like
way,
a lot.
the character's name is Ankita. She's played by Samantha Ruth Prabhu, who was in Iga.
Oh, that explains it.
Yeah. This comes up because when she notices him staring at her, she walks up and basically gives him the plot of the movie Iga. She points to a fly and says that's the love of my life who died recently, was reincarnated as a fly.
And he's been following me around.
Yeah, I got revenge for the people who killed him. And now he told me to marry you, so I guess that has to happen. But
So now, here's
you're
my
leaving
phone
the
number.
country, but here's my phone number.
So he's like, I'm not leaving the country.
Mhm.
She'll
His friend's
never
like-
expect that.
Fuck, do you know how much that stuff you just ripped off cost?
Yeah. So a little bit later, he calls the number, and of course, it is the dog catchers. Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, we forgot about the song that happens.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
The rap song.
There is this
with
whole
the
song.
insanely ambitious dance number.
Yeah. All over the airport, they dance.
It's kind of great.
Yes.
So yeah, that happens, and then he calls, and it's the dog catchers, and he we didn't really mention that he has this weirdly
Boisterous.
charmingly boisterous and douchey attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very
So
entertaining.
he starts making dog sounds at the
Mhm.
phone really loudly, and we see the woman on the other end just like, okay, bye. So then his friend's like, fuck you. And then they hear some sound, and a dude's car crashes, like they're standing
Yeah.
up on
Truck.
the, I don't know, bridge or
Yeah.
something like that, looking
Overpass.
down. Yeah, and a truck slams into something, and they're like, oh shit, an accident. Like 8 dudes get out of a car and shoot the
shit
fuck
out of it.
the dude, and oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So they take the guy and they rush him to the hospital, but he happens to look exactly like the hero of the movie.
Like exactly like him.
Yeah.
Except his name is...
Katir, and the guy who's been shot's name is Jiva.
Yes.
Yes. So they get to the hospital, and
And...
oh yeah, he switches wallets and
Yeah.
other
Takes
stuff.
this
so
guy's
they
identity.
think so they think
Yeah.
that he's dead or got shot or whatever,
Yeah.
and they're gonna bring him or not him back to prison,
Yeah.
and then he's gonna fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. But then he gets a phone call, right?
Yes.
On the stolen phone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, don't they say something about having a bunch of money for him?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. He's like
Like a bunch of money.
Mm-hmm.
it's like, shit, yeah.
So they give him this thing. It's not a check. It's like what?
That's something.
Money order, I don't know.
Money order, traveler's check, something like that. But basically, like, it's as good as cash.
Mm-hmm.
And so then they drive him with this thing to all these old people who are standing around. And the guy who drove him is like, look, we have all of this money for you. And one of the old people just takes it and rips it up right in front of him.
Yeah, we don't
Like,
want your damn money.
So, the guy takes Vijay aside and he's like, oh, I don't know what to do. Can you talk sense into them? In a week, I'll come back with the same amount. And Vijay is just like, just give it to me and don't let them know about it, and
Yeah.
I'll convince them.
And his friend's like, it'd be best if you brought cash.
Government
dude's
doesn't do
like-
cash.
Yeah.
That's fair. So yeah, now everyone thinks that he's
This other dude.
totally not.
Yeah.
And this other dude, is a really good guy.
He runs the retirement home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they're like, hey, this one old dude is, not doing so well.
Yeah.
You wanna come take a look at him? And he walks over and he's like, is someone call an ambulance or something? They're like, well, the doctor's on the way. And he's like, okay, try to breathe. Did anyone contact his family? Like, he's not picking up, so he gets kind of pissed off about that.
And just swings out and slaps a random person.
Well, they say the family's here, and he's like, who? And he just turns
Yeah.
around and slap.
It turns out it's the girl from the airport.
And he slapped the fuck out of her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And clearly she's like,
Why?
okay.
Yeah.
He walks by him and he just notices it's her and
Looks at his
he's just
hand.
staring at his hand, fake kissing it and looking
Yeah.
back at her. And his friend's like, what's going on? And he's like, this hand touched her. He's like, it scratched my back. It's like, you use your hand. He's like, no. He's sitting there on a desk or something, just with his friend just scratching his back. He's staring at her, and she's
his friend is like, this is what happens when friendship is interrupted by love or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. Oh, God. So, yeah. So...
I think it's later that day. He's
or maybe the next morning or
he's
something.
like pretending to
but
read a newspaper, just sitting there, and he sees the woman he slapped in the face walking down the hallway, just looking at him.
Yeah.
And he's kind of all like...
Yeah, and she, like, walks past and then backs up.
And he's like, hey, so can you do me a favor? He's like, can you slap the ward counselor?
Yeah.
He's like, why? He's like, well, he slapped me yesterday, and then you slapped me really hard. So, can you slap him? He's like, why did he slap you? I don't remember why.
Yeah, it was some
she
argument
was complaining about mosquitoes in her room.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's like, fuck it, yeah, let's go slap this dude.
Yeah. And he's so happy to be on a slapping mission.
Yeah.
So they get the musical number, the love song, and in the middle of it, he slaps the dude.
Starts with the, oh my god, go! Can we talk about, like, the insane settings of this dance number?
Go for it.
Oh,
The
jeez.
crazy field with the giant windmill in the background and a really dark sky. The giant sculpture that's shaped like a human that's
And it's
made
all
out
made
of
of
giant letters.
Letters, yeah.
The beach with a giant guitar. I mean, giant, like,
Yeah.
probably, 200 feet high?
Yeah.
I don't remember any of the other ones, but they were crazy. And this song isn't very good.
They had good outfits.
Yeah,
though.
all the
It is
musical
long.
all the musical numbers are the dance sequences are way more ambitious than the songs themselves.
Yeah.
I don't know, I like the rap song.
Sure, but still, you got to admit the dance sequence was
It's-
more ambitious.
It is
Yes.
definitely that. So yeah, song not that great. It's not horrible, but the dance number definitely is over the top. And yeah, in the middle of it, he just walks up the dude.
Right up the dude.
Right up the dude. Walks up to the dude.
Yeah.
And
Gives him
she's
this
like,
tiny little
that's him, yeah. And he just,
smack.
the dude smiles at him, and looks back, and she's like, what the fuck was that? And he just,
Yeah.
Annihilates the guy.
Yeah.
song continues.
Yeah. Slapping song. So, is this around the time that he gets the big payoff?
I think so, yeah, because they kidnap him and bring him to the guy's office.
So we get box news right before the big payoff.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yes, Box News shows up to interview him.
Fucking box news.
About what it's like to be such a philanthropist and all that.
Yeah.
But really, they want to murder him.
Yeah. Now we already did a reaction for this, but it's still fun to watch second time around.
It's very entertaining.
The fights in this movie are a little choppy, but with some really great shots, and just the story carries you through them. You
Yeah.
know, you care about how they're going to turn out.
Yeah.
And they're all pretty over the top.
They were entertaining.
Yeah. So yeah, the Box News reporters get him alone and try to stab him. So he kicks the shit out of them.
Kicks one out a window, the other one jumps out the window, and they fuck off in their
Yeah.
van.
Fucking box news.
Yeah, yeah.
Then,
Then
then he gets kidnapped, right?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Mm-hmm. This is when we meet Scary White Dude. Scary White Dude.
Oh, right.
Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Now, Scary White Dude, character's name is Cedric Peter Vaughn. He's played by Neil Neaton Mukesh, who was in...
Spider-Man.
No, strangely enough. He was in a movie called Seven Kun Moth that I really like by a really good director. He's actually... You know how I told you that there's a movie where a dwarf has a whip fight with a one-legged man?
Yes.
He played the one-legged man.
Oh.
That sounds fun.
He was also in a movie called Johnny Gadar that was really interesting. He was the main character in that. This gangster who, with all the best intentions, ends up betraying and murdering all of his friends. Like, all of them.
Jeez.
That's unfortunate.
So, he's a good actor. He's not necessarily at his best in this, but he fills a role. And unfortunately, I noticed watching this film, he looks exactly like Andrew fucking Garfield.
Yeah.
Exactly. The mannerisms, the hair.
It's weird.
Across the board.
He's Spider-Man. We forgot to mention that in, I believe, the first song? Or one of the songs, I don't remember which one, but there's just a random sign for a store or something that's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
right, yeah.
It's the second
It's
song.
the second one.
Yeah.
Because there's themes in that song. I don't remember which ones, but yeah.
That was like when they're on the street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was the thing. And
It certainly was.
brought back
Jesus.
not so distant and very unpleasant memories.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, anyway, so while he is, being threatened by these dudes, who, by the way, have all of his old men at knife point,
Oh, yeah.
at straight razor
Yeah,
edge,
they're pretending to be
Barbers.
Yeah.
free shaves.
and Andrew Garfield is like, hey, I can totally just kill all of these old people right now.
So, Vijay's like, well, just what do you want?
And the guy's like, oh shit, you finally asked me that, cool. So you're gonna close the case and get the 10 signatures, and I'm gonna pay you a bunch of money.
Yeah. And here's like
500,000 now,
500,000.
2 million more when it's done.
Yeah, just in this fucking duffel bag.
It's kind of obnoxious and great.
And Vijay is just so happy.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, fuck it, I'll close the case, I'll get the signatures.
Uh-huh.
Whatever.
He's so happy to show his friend the duffel bag full of money later.
He's fanning himself with the
Uh-huh.
money.
And his friend's like, that's cool, but that's a lot of money. Don't you think this is something, like, serious?
Oh, right. You forgot. He says, but you had better not hurt the old people, because if they are harmed, I will kill you.
Oh yeah, nothing will stop me from fucking killing you.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, the friend wants them to just take the money and fuck off to Thailand.
But he's like, no, we're gonna get way more money soon.
Yeah. And, we'll give the old folks some money to go back to their village. Everything will be fine.
Yeah.
So, he this is around the time he gets the Lions Club Award or something?
For like 400,000,
Yeah.
something like that.
And they're like, we'll use it for tips in Bangkok.
Mm-hmm.
So they go, and there's some dude who's like, hey, so this awesome guy's here, and we're just gonna show you a little bit about his background, his
Yeah.
story. And, Vijay is like, huh, interesting, what is my story?
So,
His story. He majored in, what was that called?
Hydrology.
Hydrology. And he wants to help his village become a farming village. But a company took over when they found out there was water, and they won't let the people in there.
yeah, they kill whoever has water under their land. It's,
Oh yeah, after they kill them, they use their thumbs to whatever, like,
As signatures.
Forge
sign
papers
some
to-
shit to
yeah.
say that they own it now.
Yeah, so, Vijay promises to fix it.
he tries to start a case, but this gets him arrested and tortured by the police. So
Yeah, the only way to get him out and whatever is
6 old men kill themselves.
Yeah,
on
they all
camera.
cut their throats in
in-
front of a news
in
camera.
the water, and they're like, yeah, so if you drink this water, you're drinking farmer blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, they just do it, and they show it, and everyone there is like, mortified. Yeah, I guess more or less.
It's so embarrassing.
Yeah, wrong word, but that's fine. And VJ's like, I'm a horrible human being.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I cannot mislead these people.
Yeah.
So he decides he's going to take back the 500,000 to Spider-Man.
Which of course confuses the shit out of these people at the corporation.
Uh-huh. They're
Yeah,
like,
they're
what?
like,
What does he want?
Mm-hmm.
So then, love interest is like, I'm gonna marry you.
He's like, cool.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
bring you to a place.
Oh yeah, the place,
And
which
then
is
they have
another
the
song.
selfie song.
The selfie
Also
song.
known as the Selfie Bola song.
Yeah. I think it's Selfie Pula or something like that. But
Yeah. You know.
yeah, that song was actually like on the
That's when
front
the Charlie
page of.
thing happens.
It was on the front page of YouTube when we were this morning. This morning.
This morning.
It might be by now.
Well, it is.
Well, it is.
It is.
Saturday
It wasn't
morning.
then.
It wasn't, but whatever. So.
This is when I stopped being able to take as many notes.
Right before the love confession, he had to go back
My last note is Spider-Man.
to save the old man because they had all been hit.
Oh yeah. Some dudes came and beat the shit out of all the old dudes,
Yeah,
and they're still there.
not for long.
No.
Oh, yeah.
He sees how beat up the old men are, and he's just like, I'm going to kill everyone.
Well,
So
not
he
everyone.
does.
He beats the shit out of some people. I don't think all of them survive.
No.
Yeah.
And then I think there's a phone conversation with Spider-Man.
Kinda.
A brief and very, very mean-spirited one.
Yeah. So at what point do we get the random 3 lines of that one dude being dubbed over horribly?
That was when
Didn't sync up at all. It was
the real
horrible.
Jiva was in prison talking to the escaped dude.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
at some point he woke up and was like, I'm not
KATHTHI.
I'm not the dude you think
Yeah.
I am, and they're like, oh shit.
And they basically just try to cover it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But yeah, the prisoner who Katir helped them catch, who, now that I think of it, kind of disappears later in the story, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he tries to make a deal with Jiva, the other Vijay, and but his dialogue gets overdubbed. I think it's meant to be he's speaking another language, and they didn't feel like putting subtitles on the screen for.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's sort of confusing and odd.
Yes.
So what's next?
This is when fake Jiva threatens the fuck out of Spider-Man by fake barber
Oh, right.
Oh, right.
after they visited the judge.
With the great line of, if anything goes wrong, I'll have a 17-year-old boy kill you. So he'll only get 3 years in prison.
Oh god, and then he starts listing different ways that people can get away with killing him.
Yeah.
Car
Hit and
accident.
run.
Mhm.
Just a fine.
Mhm.
Yeah, so he's pretty much like, fuck you. Stop being a scumbag. Or you die.
Yeah.
And the dude's like, okay.
Yeah, and he does. Oh god, no, right? Because he's threatening the cop that's getting in their way, right? Who's like, whatever. And so the cop goes to Spider-Man to protect him, and they get a call from fake Jiva, who's like, so there's going to be a knock on your door. You're going to want to answer that. And it's a dude coming around to give him a shave.
You
He's
know, he
like-
just got one.
Yeah. So yeah, the first one was Jiva's person there, who had a straight razor to his throat and could have killed him at any point.
But he just left a purple thumbprint on the back of his neck.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like to the cop, you think this guy can protect you? Really?
So white guy gets pissed off and sends like 50 guys
Mm-hmm.
around to the old folks' home.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the old folks are all at the hospital at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
So, fake Jiva's there with his comic relief sidekick
Ravi.
and his huge bag of coins that he got as some...
Oh, part of the
Yeah.
Lions Club
Yeah.
reward thing
Yeah.
or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he sees a bunch of dudes showing up, and he's like, idea. So you're gonna go to the power supply, and anytime I throw a coin, you're gonna... Well, he's like, first you're gonna turn all the lights off and everything, and then when I drop a coin, you're gonna turn them back on.
for like a second.
Yeah.
And then back off.
And back off, and then at some point I'm gonna drop all of them, and then you're just gonna leave everything on.
Yeah.
His friend's like, okay.
Yeah, this is the Black Belt Jones sequence.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
It's...
He gets this
giant pipe.
that is shaped like a sword,
It's so great.
and he just annihilates people.
And it seems like he's teleporting. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
And, again, editing-wise, this is so-so,
Yeah.
but photography-wise and damage-wise, it's great.
Yeah.
Should mention the stunt coordinator on this, a guy named Anal Arasu, who was the stunt coordinator. Every once in a while, I just ruin that word.
You really do.
Stunt coordinator on Dabong 2.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Good movie.
So, once he's destroyed all of them,
A lot
well,
of
most, there are like a few,
He-
just enough to load all the ones who aren't okay back onto the trucks and fuck off.
Which they do immediately.
Yeah.
Probably all saying, thank you for not killing us.
Mhm.
Yeah. Then what happens?
Oh, my next note is water terrorist, so...
Oh, yeah.
That's when this idea happens.
See, they're not really getting the results they want in court.
Oh, right, because,
2,000 fake signatures.
yes.
Yes.
They
Yes,
got
yes.
2,000 fake signatures from
People
dudes from their village.
who are out working in other countries because
Yeah.
they need to make money and they can't possibly get back in
In time to
Yeah.
testify that it's not their signature.
Yeah.
and they went about doing this in a very, very thorough way, and
Yeah.
there's nothing the villagers can do about it. So they need a plan.
So Vijay gets the blueprints for the entire city of Chennai.
Well, they're trying to get news coverage
Yeah.
of the problem to get other people, like, from the city, like, to be like, hey, don't do
Yeah.
that. But all the news places are just like, yeah, we can air this maybe in, like, a week if someone kills himself or
And
something.
he's like, it's 5 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're all like, it's kind of a shit story from, like, 3 years ago.
Yeah. So then, he gets the blueprints, sees all the waterways. He decides he's going to cut off the water flow to Chennai for 3 days.
So everyone's gonna understand what they've been dealing with for 20 goddamn years.
Yeah. And he does this by having the townspeople and their friends just crawl into the pipes that feed the water into the city.
Yep, while there's no water in there,
Yeah,
of course. So, God, and he, like, films them doing this and, like, hangs up a little,
Little DVD.
of it. So when the dudes show up, they're, like, an hour and a half late for work. They're like, what the hell is this? And they watch it, and they're like, huh? And they look down there, yeah, just a bunch of old dudes hanging out. They're like, shit.
We get the really cool upside down
Yeah,
shot.
that was a nice
Oh,
shot.
yeah.
And then they won't leave, and if you try to go in to get them, they'll just set themselves on fire.
Yeah.
Blow everything up.
Yeah.
So, it's effective. And like a day and a half later, people are freaking out and running around the streets trying to get water, and
Yeah.
it's hell. And
Okay, in the meantime, the had been escaped prisoner helps get the original Jiva out of prison.
yes. And
Who gets captured by Spider-Man.
Yes, he
yeah,
does.
and
Oh,
Spider-Man's-
right! This part is amazing.
And this is like right before fake Jiva is supposed to get out of the pipe and,
Give a speech.
yeah.
the
So
press.
Spider-Man's all like, fuck you, I got you now, how are you going to talk to him? And he's got him tied up in a chair, and
Mhm.
they have the,
The
news
TV's
on,
on.
and he's just waiting and waiting. He's like, what are these old people going to do? Why is
That's
that
you! How the
Why
hell
is
is
that
he
you?
there?
He goes over to the Jiva that he has
Just feeling his
captured.
face.
He starts just checking him for a mask.
Just like, holy shit, you're real. He's just looking back and forth, just confused as fuck.
He's like, you're cheating! He says that.
He
Jiva
does.
just has nothing to say to this. He's just like,
Yeah, he's just gonna just see where this takes him.
yeah.
And fake Jiva makes this great speech.
Impassioned speech about, farmers and suicide.
And everything.
Yeah.
He's done his research, so he sounds like he, knows what he's talking about. Oh yeah, and he's like, yeah, so we're gonna leave now, and hopefully the cops don't follow us, because if they do, it's gonna take them longer to get your water.
Yeah. And we'll turn ourselves in when we go
Win the
to our
case. Yeah.
when we go to the court hearing.
And then, like, I forget, how does he get found out by the people?
Oh,
Somebody's borrowing Ravi's phone.
yeah, and
Oh, some dude from
one of the local gangs.
just calls and is like,
Hey, congratulations
yeah, that was
to Katir.
Yeah, that was way to go. I don't know what you're doing, but that's cool. Pretending to be whatever and whatever the fuck you're scheming up.
Yeah, and
But
the
he's
old guy
talking-
remembers that the comic relief sidekick called him Katir accidentally once.
mhm.
And he's like, oh no.
So he's like, hey, so when's Katir coming back? And he's like, he'll be back, don't worry about it. Ah, crap.
Yeah, he's like, wait, what name did you say? Ah, fuck. So, yeah, he comes back and everyone's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, seriously, I'm trying to help now. I was absolutely going to rip you all off, maybe
Yeah.
give you a bit of money, but whatever. But, you know, stuff. And his friend's all like, yeah, his mom was a farmer and died and whatever. He doesn't want to have you all end up like her, and you don't even know what love is. So he slaps his friend in the face and is like, what the fuck was that?
So is this when he goes to rescue, himself?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
we missed when he got engaged while they were in the pipes.
Oh, that happened. He got engaged over the phone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Her grandpa was holding the ring for him.
Yeah. It was nice.
Yeah.
It was sweet.
So yeah, now he goes to rescue the real Jiva.
From Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And
Meanwhile,
all of
Spider-Man's
cronies.
Spider-Man has reinforcements from somebody else.
Another member of his board or whatever.
Yeah.
Lots of them.
Mm-hmm.
And some big old bodyguards.
And they're just conveniently in this giant basement with
The
Tons
old
of weapons.
West.
Yeah,
wheels
it
and
looks
shit.
like they disassembled a Wild West town and put it in the basement of their corporate headquarters.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Which they maybe did, but you gotta wonder why.
Yeah.
I don't give
Well,
a shit why.
In this
'cause-
case, it's so that VJ can put people through everything.
Yep.
And also hit some people with a wagon wheel.
Yeah.
That was
Some
so sweet.
people, a lot of
A
people.
lot of
A
people.
lot of people.
He fucks some shit up in this.
Yeah.
Yes.
For a while there, the borrowed bodyguards have him on the ropes, and Spider-Man stabs him a few times.
Yeah.
But then he sticks Spider-Man on a wagon wheel.
Yep.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I love this because they have a moment between them where Spider-Man's just sort of with his eyes like, did this really just fucking happen?
VJ's like, yeah, I think so.
And Spider-Man's, again with his eyes just sort of like,
Damn.
yeah, wow, this is crazy, huh? Like, yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Oh
this
well,
is
gonna
weird.
die now. Nice talking to you.
It's great.
Yes.
But there's still all these people to whoop, and VJ's bleeding, so he
Katir's bleeding.
Katir's bleeding. Who is VJ? So he sends VJ away, Jiva, and then we cut to the court case, and they're all assuming that Katir died,
Yeah.
but they win the court case.
So that's good.
But there's Katir with a bandage on his head, and he's mostly fine.
Yeah.
So we cut back to it, and so his friend is there, throws him the bag of change.
And it's like, hey, I'm gonna go to the power supply.
Yeah. And then we just cut away.
We don't
It's
see
great.
the fight, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's. I like it. It's
We understand how it went.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah. So after that, they won and all that. Everyone's all happy, and
Oh, yeah, he turns himself into the police, right?
he does because Jiva's all like, I guess over the phone they're talking
Mm-hmm.
because he's.
Oh, yeah,
there
he's
isn't really
sneaking away.
Yeah, and Jiva's like, hey, what's going on? Celebration.
Yeah.
You kind of did a lot of this somehow.
Katir's like, this is your moment.
Yeah, he's like, I'm a jailbird. So I'm going back there.
And girlfriend's like, I'll wait for you forever if
Well,
I have to.
Fiance, no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
And I love his response to that as he looks at his phone and hangs up. And then goes to prison.
Mm-hmm.
So this was a fun movie.
Yeah, I like this one.
Me too.
Very fun
Yeah.
movie.
I mean, it's not perfect, but the story and the performances really just carry it through.
Yes.
It's very engaging. That's how I'd put it.
Incredibly engaging.
Mm-hmm.